Dear fellow recruiters, Suman Pachigulla here, and today I'm going to explain you how you are going to understand and calculate gross margin, net margin, and how you are going to identify the pay rate if your bill rate is on markup basis. All right, and if you stay till the end, I'm going to give a gift to you. All right, and I promise you for that. So let's understand how you are going to calculate what is gross margin, net margin, and on a markup rate. Okay, if you already know it, you are genius. All right, let's go. So here, let me keep this here somewhere. All right, so now how you are going to calculate gross margin. So gross margin formula is bill rate minus pay rate. Simple. Okay, this is gross margin. Now what is net margin? Bill rate minus pay rate plus cost is equals to net margin. Okay, so what is this cost? Cost is nothing but the admin charges, your employment tax, or some kind of charges that recruiting companies will have to incur if they are onboarding a candidate. Okay, let's say you may have VMS charges and so many things. So now this cost could be different from placing a W2 candidate and placing a corp to corp candidate. So here let's understand if your bill rate is, let's understand gross margin. Okay, so how you're gonna do that? It's easy, right? It's pretty easy. If bill rate is $100 and you paid $70, then what happened? The gross margin is $30. So now if you need to find out the net margin, okay, now this is the gross margin. Now let's focus on net margin. $100 bill rate, okay, and $70 is the pay rate, plus let's say the overhead cost, the burden is 10%. So what is that going to do? 10% of $70. Okay, you are going to calculate. So what is this come? How much it will come? $100 minus 70. Okay, I'm just walking you like a school kid. Plus 10% of 70 is $7. Now the net margin is $100 minus 77, and how much it is? $23 is your net margin. Okay, this is how you are going to calculate your net margin. Did you find it useful? Let me know in the comment box if you found this useful. Okay, now let's go and understand what is markup rate. Okay, what is markup rate? Markup rate is, let's say there are clients, okay, who work on 25% markup, 30% markup. So how you are going to calculate? So here in the markup business, if your client is working on a markup basis, okay, if your client is working on a markup basis, how you can make more money? The more you pay to the candidate, the more money you make. Okay, that is what the logic in having markup, and that's the reason the client keeps markup, like Northrop Grumman, and there are some other clients that I work with who has the markup basis, meaning they want the candidate should be getting paid at the same time. The recruiting company cannot keep more margin. Okay, so now let's understand how it works and how you can able to calculate it. So here let's say markup is 30%. Okay, so how you're gonna do that? Let's say bill rate is $100. Okay, now pay rate is, you have paid the candidate. Okay, pay rate is How much? $70. So now, how much money that you are gonna make? So what is the formula of making money? Bill rate minus pay rate. So now, if you are paying a candidate 70, you need to find out what is your actual bill rate is. So how you are going to find actual markup based bill rate is your pay rate plus 30% of pay rate. Okay, so now it's going to be new bill rate. This is what we are talking about, right? Okay, this is about new bill rate that you are going to submit the candidate. So now how much did you pay? You paid $70 plus 30% of pay rate. So how much it is going to come? Let's have a calculator. $70 into 30%, it's a $21. Okay, now you're gonna add 21. So what is the new bill rate is? New bill rate is 91. So now if you are working on this markup engagement, you should not be submitting the candidate at 100, but you should be submitting the candidate at 91. So now if you are submitting the candidate at 91 and this is the new bill rate. Now let's find out how much gross margin you made. So now what is the bill rate now? Gross margin is bill rate minus pay rate. Okay, so what is the bill rate? Bill rate is 91 and you paid 70. $21 is your gross margin. Okay, and now if you need to identify your net margin, how are you going to do that? Net margin will be 70 plus the burden I said, right? The way we have calculated here, 10%. So if your burden is 10%, then 10% of your pay rate, that is $70. Now how much it is going to come? 77. So 77 is your pay rate with burden, okay, meaning with all costs. So now net margin is 91, it is a new bill rate, minus your actual cost, actual pay rate. So how much it is? 91 minus 77 is $14 your net margin. All right, your net margin. Did you find this helpful? Guys, did you find this equation and this explanation helpful? If you found it helpful, put that in the comment box and let me know that you found it helpful. And now in the beginning I told you about there is a gift. Okay, what is that? And the gift is I have prepared an Excel sheet with all these things. Now if you have to identify the rate, pay rate, gross margin, net margin, you just have to enter the information and boom, you're gonna get the numbers. Are you excited to see that? Let's go, let's go. I'm gonna show you how it's gonna work. Okay, so here is the Excel sheet. Are you able to see that? Awesome. Okay, and here this is for corp to corp and W2 you can work. Okay, so here let me remove my image so that you can see my details here. All right, little bit marketing. So now if you are paying a candidate $100, sorry, bill rate is $100, pay rate is $50, now gross margin is 50, and with 10% burden, that is 45, and net margin is 42. Now let's change the equation. Let's say your client has given bill rate how much? $85. Boom. Now how much you paid the candidate? $65. Boom. And how much is the gross margin? What happened? This didn't work. It is going to work now. There you go. $20 is your gross margin. 13.50 is your net margin if your burden cost is 10%. And if your burden cost is 15%, your net margin will be $10.25. Okay, now here is another table for you. Okay, so here for this is without markup, it is directly, right? You get a bill rate, you pay whatever the money is there, that will be your profit. Now here, if you are working on a markup basis, then how it is going to work? Let's say you got a position with $80 bill rate. Now you paid the client $60. Sorry, you paid the candidate $60, and the markup is, let's say, 25%. Now you understood this is the new bill rate. Okay, now you have to submit the candidate at 75 if you are paying the candidate 60. Okay, now this is your profit, whatever the markup is. Now what is the gross margin? 75 minus 60 is 15. If you are running a 10% burden cost, this is your net margin. If the 15% burden, it is going to be $6. Now if you want to make more money, you have to pay the candidate as much as you can without going over the primary bill rate. So how you are going to identify? So you are going to keep on adding the pay rate. Let's say 25% is the markup, and initially you said you're going to pay 60. Now what you're going to say is you're going to pay 63. If you pay 63, you have to charge 70.75 as a new bill rate. But you want to go to 80. Now you will pay a little bit more. Let's say 64. If you pay 64 to the candidate, you are matching the exact bill rate here. See? Now if you are paying more, you are getting more. 16 and 9.6. If you pay less, 50, you are going to get less. So that is the funda in markup kind of business. Okay, now do you want this Excel sheet so that you can use at your work? If you want it, say yes in the comment box and I'm going to share it. All right, so here there is a link in the in the description. Okay, now click the link and go down the job in the description, and you will find a link. Click the link and directly you could able to download this. Okay, that is my Drive link. So don't tell the secret to anyone else. If you have downloaded it, please comment. All right, let me request you once again, please comment that yes, I have downloaded it, thank you. Show me that gratitude and I will be happy. Thank you very much for watching till now and taking your gift. And if you have any questions, let me know and I'll try to answer that. All right, this is Suman Pachigulla on a mission to impact 5 million lives through recruiters. If you are a new subscriber or if you are a new viewer, please subscribe to this channel. Take care and God bless.